Okay, so hi everyone. We will be doing this new format just to save collective time on this call and still get relevant updates from everyone. I'm just going to pass it on to Vijay to introduce this unconference format to all of you while you join, and he will just give a little brief about how we're going to run this agenda every day and how this document will be sort of our running real-time document for all of these calls while we still record and things like that, so that everybody can get a good summary of what's going on and get more quickly. So I'm just going to pass it to Vijay. Just give me a second once. Yeah, Vijay, you go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Vijay. We haven't spoken before. Just to give you a quick introduction, I run this company called Fractalworks in Bangalore. I've joined the Maker Asylum team to help them with their activities, and parallelly build the prototype here in Goa. I am also your moderator for the evening, and I'm going to introduce you and onboard you to this new process of. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
So onboard you on this new process for making sure that this call, because we're going to have it every single day. This call is as action-packed, as succinct, as communicative as possible. So the format is similar to an unconference, but slightly modified for an online scenario. If you're not familiar, I'll just give you a brief. So this we'll have this running document, this sheet that is shared with everybody in the group, and every day basically you'll have the date, and we'll set up a time, and all of you are allowed to create agenda items, right? So if you want to talk about something, you have some updates you want to give, you put it on this this sheet, and I, as a moderator, will be going from one to another. Also, it's important to specify the amount of time that is allotted for your topic. So make sure that you put in the time as well. While we are talking, while we are going through the agenda items, we'll be updating the same sheet. Also serves as our minute sheet, where we are taking notes of the discussions that are happening. So in case somebody has missed this call and wants to follow up, they just have to have this one sheet.
92%
what has happened.
purity of oxygen. Our challenge is to be
Wait 1 second. So
for the local environment. We're working with makers across the country in various cities, towns, and villages to be able to scale the design via distributed manufacturing in a decentralized manner. This is not the first time we're doing this. We did this exact same thing last year when we were working on face shields, where we were able to produce over.
Guys, attention, please.
1 second. Can whoever's on the call, please mute yourself. That'll be really helpful. Okay, perfect. So, yeah. All right, perfect. Go for it.
So just to check if anybody has any doubts about the format. Otherwise, we will get ahead with the agenda.
I have one request. Can we please left align and not center align?
Yeah, sure. 100%, 100% valid. Do not center align, left align. Yes, that's bugging me as well. All right, that makes everybody happy. Very nice. Looks so much better. Okay, so that is me. I hope I took 2 minutes and under. Then we'll talk about the lab onboarding process, the next steps with the individual lab. So that's Risha, Abhi, and Bhanu. Risha, you could lead this.
Hi everyone. So a quick update, and I think I don't know if Abhi is there, but Bhanu I think is there on the call. So what we're going to do quickly, maybe to take even less than 5 minutes, but I wanted to sort of quickly also share the lab onboarding. So just for anyone who's new and for everyone who's already been on the call, we'd shared something which was around the lab onboarding process. So in the case that you wanted to start a lab in your city, we have certain skills, etc., that we've thought that would be important for you to start a lab, to start making these, and also certain tools, etc., that we're curating in terms of getting your basics right. But there was a form that was floated around in the case that people already thought they had the skills, etc., to get things going, which I think is not extensive, but at least it's intermediary to advanced, but still. So we have, the good news is that we have, and let me share my screen actually. I'll just share my view to give you a quick update on the number of labs and where are they joining from. So I think the total number, oh wow, has reached already 36. I don't know if Abhi, Banu, we had a target of 29 for this week, but
Yeah,
we have about
super
36
overwhelming.
labs register, which is great. So super excited, guys. Thank you so much for filling in. So we've sort of also allocated these labs as state-wise. So Delhi has about 3 labs right now. Goa's got 1. We might have another lab joining in Goa, still getting an update. Gujarat, we have got 3 labs. Karnataka is leading the pack with, wow, 7 labs. So, which is fantastic. 3 in Bangalore, 1 in Mangalore, 1 in Hubli, 1 in Tukur. We've got 1 in Kerala. We're talking to a few more labs in Kerala, like Super Fab Lab and others who are part of the Fab Lab Foundation. There's Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, again, 6 labs. Rajasthan, 1, Tamil Nadu, 3, Telangana, 1, Uttar Pradesh, 4, Uttarakhand, 2, and West Bengal, 2. So I think this is amazing. As next steps for the labs who are onboarded, we'll be doing a separate call that we're just planning out in the next 1 or 2 days to give us a little bit more time to put this together so that we can onboard you in terms of the next couple of things that you can check in terms of what is there at your lab, what skill sets you need, and the knowledge sharing process and how that will be transmitted to you so that you can start making. Also, in terms of certain funding that we have through the campaign, that we will be floating it to the initial hubs to start prototyping the first couple of prototypes at least, is also being sorted. So we're working parallelly on that, on how to sort of structure that flow of funding for the initial prototypes as well. So just wanted to sort of give you an update on that from my side. And I'm gonna go back to the sheet and pass it on to Bhanu and Abhi, if they're on the call, to take through the next points as well. Bhanu, you want to go for
Yeah, I'll go ahead. So Abhi didn't join today. I'll be catching up with him tomorrow morning. So can you please click the GitHub 2.2?
2.2 or 2.1?
2.1, yeah, it's yeah, please click that.
Okay.
It's the same thing that you have sent me, Richa. So for everyone's benefit,
yeah,
we have moved this whole thing to the document. This document is listed in the lab onboarding sheet as well. So the idea is we have a bunch of skills required for a lab to be run successfully: mechanical, electrical, electronics, and hardware. Please go through it. If you have any questions, please do reach out to us. We'll be happy to update it and clarify anything that may not be clear. I've also added the lab management aspects like finance management, supply chain management, sourcing stuff, project management, and all of that. Please do take a look, review, and let me know on any feedback.
Yeah, so in the case that any of the labs who've registered want any specific information on skills needed, tools needed, etc., Bhanu, I, and Abhi can be your coordinators. You can please reach out to us for any kind of detail. This particular sheet, I believe, is already shared on the group. If not, we will redo this. And like I said, we are planning another lab onboarding in the next 1 or 2 days, specifically with the labs that have registered so that we can set the process, right, Bhanu?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
So the next one is on the FAQs to GitHub.
Yeah, that is just a minor one. You can just click it. I moved the FAQs from the sheet from last evening's discussion and updated it to the issues here. I'll need the usernames for basically GitHub usernames for Vaibhav and few others who are mentioned in the specific issues. Please do pass it on to me. I'll tag them and label the issues accordingly.
Sure. Just a quick note on that, everyone. because the GitHub is actually a very great tool for documentation, given that we want to create the documentation in a more comprehensive format. So most of that is going to be on GitHub. For people who are not initiated on GitHub, we're also looking to do a GitHub 101 in the next couple of days. In the case anybody is super great with GitHub, please let us know. And if you would like to volunteer and take a session on how to use GitHub as well, will be great. So I can Bhanu, can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
Bhanu
can.
will be doing session on GitHub, GitHub 101, and we can schedule it soon so that you guys, anybody who does not know how to use GitHub can join and start driving that.
Yeah.
Should we go to the next
Yes, please.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for
Lab
the
coordination drive, yes.
yeah, basically for every lab we are going to have a call with them in the next few days, in next 1 or 2 days. This is what you'll see in the drive. You'll be able to you we would like you to basically clone each of these documents. This is a reference. This will help us track your progress also for your own lab needs. README basically tells you what are the links and where all you need to find the specific documentation and stuff. If you have design files, please push them to GitHub. And if you have any BOM updates, please update the BOM in specific, not in this directory, but in the directory that you clone, right? And we will basically explain all of this in our one-on-one calls next.
Perfect.
Yeah, next is the lab onboarding script. Please click that. Yeah, this might take a little time. So this script is specific only to the lab onboarding team. I don't know who the team is. That's something we need to decide, Richa and others. That's a to-do on us. We need to decide the lab onboarding team, which can have up to 5 people because we have about 30 odd labs. And even if you have, let's say, 30 minutes per lab for the onboarding session, we will spend decent time in a given day. So my suggestion is put across 4 to 5 people and have it across 2 days. So we reach out to all the labs. Um, in terms of the script, basically this is what we'll do. In step one, we want to have a video call with the lab coordinator. Ideally, we also want the lab team members to join and ensure the details are correct, just to make sure while filling out they may not have missed anything. And again, this coordination like Google Drive will link back to what I've shown you earlier. And we recommend the lab start date should be 1 week after the training is complete. This is where I think I need the inputs from the engineering team on how the training structure is going to go forward. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you can speak about that later. The second one I'll fill in soon. The third one is basically we need a group to coordinate with the lab specifically. So let's say if I'm a lab in Hyderabad, I'll be added to the Telegram group specifically to the state hub, which is the Telangana group. We'll have a group called M19, Oxikit, Telangana hub. Similarly for Maharashtra, Karnataka, and each of them will have a separate lab coordinator and the state hub coordinator, also the lab members there. Um, Whoever from the main group, which is the Makers Asylum or anyone else wants to be part of that, please do let us know. We'll add you. So we are tracking in the lab registration form. We have a field which is hidden, but is visible for the backend saying added to Telegram. Once this group is created, we'll mark the column as yes. This is part of the initial lab onboarding. And in step 5, you will see that once the lab keeps on sharing their updates, and I put a like a cutoff of, let's say they attend 3 calls at the hub level, then they can move on to the next level, which is from identified to what's the next one, I forget. I think it is incubated. So uh, the next stages are mentioned. You can just click there, it'll take you down the link. Next stages. Yeah, yeah, just that. We have 5 stages: identified, incubation, operation, certified, and closed. The criteria can be tweaked. Let me know. Identified is basically whoever is registered, they'll be identified as a lab. Incubation is basically we need to identify the people there and the place, and they need to participate in 3 update calls because we don't want any loose ends there. We want to hear from every lab to see where they're and how they're progressing and so on. Operational stage is where they have completed the training, or maybe no, they I mean, in the operation stage, they will be doing the training and able to source the parts, and they're comfortable with the bomb sourcing and all of that. And in this stage, they'll be doing the build activities as well. Certified is where they're able to build a quality product, which is certified by the core engineering team. And we need at least 3 people trained to build the Oxikit within the lab, so that they will pass on that knowledge and to the others, even if they're not available for whatever reason. This is disease season anyway. So the last lab status is closed. This is only down the line, not immediately, because we build n units and we decide, okay, we have achieved our target, but and then the lab is no longer active in the sense it's sleeping kind of thing. So these are the status descriptions. Please scroll up a little. Scroll up a little. Yeah. So what the lab onboarding team will do is basically walk them through all the required skills, tools required, and basically in the step number 6, we'll then identify the gaps, right? In terms of the lab, how many skills they have and where they lack, and how do we help them build those skills, right? And 7th is training, and next one is the actual building. There may be some more steps here which are missing. I'll be happy to.
Okay, I think that's great, Bhanu. I think that's pretty solid in terms of hopefully everybody on the call sort of got the drift on what we're trying to do with the lab onboarding. So at the moment, the 30 identified labs will go through this process to get to a point where we can, get you incubated, certified, get started, and, get going on the making as well in the next couple of days. So, okay, that's perfect. That's pretty much what we wanted to sort of speak about. One last piece, Bhanu, if you're done, can I just close on this one then?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So one last piece, if you are an individual and how can you contribute in your region is something that I want to sort of add to this. So while of course we're identifying labs, but if you are somebody who wants to offer your skill set to the labs, we will be opening out the other form, which we've been collecting as part of the M19 initiative as well. I can just show that to you as well once quickly. So we have this join the collective form that a lot of people have been filling out. And so what we will be doing is, I'll just share this link with everyone so that you're able to also identify based on your city, town, and village as to who are the people involved. And then you can cross check and sort of be part of those labs as well. Sorry, one second. I'll just show this over here. So for example, this whole list is sort of individuals. We have approximately now, oh wow, it's just growing by the day, but we have about 281 people on that group on Telegram, on this particular channel, which are all the same overlap. But so if you're an individual and if you want to contribute, the list of the labs identified in your region will also be up on the website soon as we are speaking. And in the case you want to join the lab, you can let us know and you can request us that, yes, I want to be part of the lab and I want to contribute your skills. We can also connect you to the Telegram groups of the specific region and you can start contributing to your local labs. So hopefully if you are not able to start one, but you can definitely contribute via whatever skills that you have, because I think we all need all kinds of skills at the moment to get things rolling pretty quickly, pretty fast. So that's about it from me and Bhanu for this evening. I'm going to pass it on to, actually, I'm going to pass it on to Dipesh if he's on the call because he's got the next point on the agenda.
Yeah, hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, great. So I just wanted to actually have a small reminder on a couple of things that we've already, I think, discussed over the last 3 calls. One was, of course, that something that kept coming up is that, our current purpose is that both of Save India and Skill India. So given the urgency of the situation, what measures can we take to ensure that we achieve the immediate goal of addressing the shortage, while we are also trying to execute the long-term goal of skilling as well. And the second one was, of course, that because there's a certain amount of technical complexity involved, there is still a lot of people who are willing to help out either through monetary or by simply offering themselves as somebody willing to build it up. I was wondering if we could do something to, if we were doing anything to also foolproof the process so that anyone could, just put together these kits. I think to an extent, Vaibhav mentioned this afternoon that right now that's not possible, but we are eventually like aiming to make it like a IKEA of sorts where you
Yeah.
are simply putting things together. So I was wondering what we can do where if somebody
Sorry, I've lost you,
this,
Dipesh.
how can
Yeah,
I help?
sorry, lost you a little bit over there.
Hello?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So I was saying that even as we take this Zoom call right now, we still have people asking on a Zoom call, I have this resource, how can I help? Somebody say, I'll have money, how can I help? Somebody say, I have this, what do you say, expertise, how can I help? So could we have like a single point of contact that somebody could look at, because there are only so many messages we can pin on Telegram, right?
Yeah.
And everything seems very important. So what can we do to like streamline the process so that like somebody who is new can just look at maybe one document and be like, okay, if I want to do this, I have to contact this person. If I have to do this, I have to do this, etc.
Okay. Point taken, Dipesh. I think that's what, at least what we've been trying to do between Abhi, Bhanu and I, at least in terms of the lab onboarding process, which I think is getting streamlined. But maybe as a suggestion, maybe you can join the team as well, Dipesh, and we can get your thoughts on how to organize individual expertise and how do we connect and matchmake as well.
Done.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. So Bhanu, actually, we can get Dipesh also involved in the conversation. And we can do this next level of process building as well, so that we have some more clarity for individuals as well at this point, in the case that how they want to be part of the collective, while we are still doing the lab onboarding on the side, which I think is coming through pretty well. So perfect. So then, Dipesh, do you have something else to add, or should I move to the next agenda item?
No, that would be it. Just
Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. Last on the agenda item, we have diverse labs. So Krishna, if you want to update on the progress, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah, sure. Right now we are, we are working on to add a desiccant cartridge into the system, because in Chennai, the humidity is so high. So I've been working with Jorge, who's also from like Pondicherry. So we have been discussing that. I mean, because it seems he has already built one, and he kind of observed that humidity is a lot. So this is something that we're working on, and also kind of developing a regenerative cycle to remove moisture from the desiccant cartridge, so that it doesn't have to be replaced manually or something. So that is something that is going on right now. And I'm getting an oxygen analyzer donated tomorrow from one of the guys who built the Oxikit like 6 months ago. So we should be able to start testing by tomorrow. And also we have been working on like a low cost embodiment, like a sheet metal or a FRP box around the products, and we'll be documenting the same soon in GitHub. So yeah, that's all updates from our side. Hello.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, thanks, Krishna. That's
Yeah.
I mean, I think on that piece, I think there can be an independent conversation as well around the humidity and what the other labs are also sort of doing from a technical perspective to
Sure.
get that through, I think. And I think that closes the agenda for the night, and the time in 30 minutes. So it's worked pretty well. Like Vijay mentioned earlier, if you have something to talk about, please put it on the agenda. I will float it again after this call for tomorrow. One quick consensus that we wanted to sort of take before we leave was, is this a good time for everyone, 9 o'clock, or should we reschedule this for some other time as well?
This works. I mean, I got late today because I didn't finish my work calls itself, but nine pretty much works.
9 works? Okay, this works.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, seems like this works for everyone. Okay, fair.
I had one thing. I
Yeah.
came in like almost like 15 minutes late, so I don't know if any information. I think most of the things when it comes to the zeolite ordering, they have been taken offline and the order, one
Yes.
more sample has been ordered. But if you, yeah, there was no update needed other than this, right? Like, because I came in late, so I was not sure if
I
someone
think
updated it.
primarily. So Praveen, I'll share the recording as well in the case you want to see it. But we are going through this unconference format where if you have anything for that evening's agenda,
Sure.
please put it on the Google Doc so that we can discuss it. So whoever puts
Okay,
the agenda,
perfect. Yeah.
that will be discussed every evening so that we cater to everyone's time. So, and you know, all of that. So anyway,
Perfect.
so this is amazing, everyone. Thank you so much for being so efficient today. I think it's great. We are getting somewhere. Everyone's progressing and there's a lot of activity. So let's keep the momentum going and we'll keep organizing and we'll keep pushing so that all of us are on the same page soon enough. It's over 300 people now. So I think that's pretty incredible already. So let's get this going. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's BJ.
See you, Vipul.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.